Ezekiel chapter 9 verse 5. And go to the others, he said in my hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. And right quick, I wanted to speak on the topic. I forgot when exactly it happened, so Salakia. But it was when they, they didn't kill all the beasts and whatnot. They kept the goats and the sheep and shit alive. Speak on it right quick.
When the Most High told Saul to, I can't remember exactly who they were warned with, but he told Saul to kill everything, and Saul kept some sheep or some shit to sacrifice to the Most High.
And the Lord said, I told King alive too.
Oh yeah,
to sacrifice before the Most High. That ain't what he told him. So when the Lord tells you to do something, you do it, man. As straightforward as he said it.
And right now that mark's being set, so when the time comes, when he turned us into hunters, you already gonna have that mark. It ain't gonna be no more to decide. It's already gonna be written.
Even if you got scoffing ass family members that you love, you don't never know. He can have them waiting for you in the kingdom, all if you're willing to do by his word and smite them on this side because they being a demon.
So the same man that you see up here right now, and you see scoffers coming up talking shit, you might see one of those same men again once they get their spiritual body and they sent to smite you.
Verse 6, it says, slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. Then they began at the ancient men which were before the house. But just going to say, it said begin at my sanctuary. So judgment starts first with the house of Yahweh, man. House of David, the Israelites, it starts first with them. But if y'all don't mind, I don't know which one y'all gonna speak, but Matthew 10, or better yet, Tawab, you can get it. You good, unless you got some breeze or something. But yeah, man, just going to say though, that time coming, like the scriptures say, right now we being fishermen, but Lord willing, we be the elect, we're gonna be changed into hunters. And like I said, we're gonna hunt everything from out of the mountains to the holes of the rocks. So you doomsday preppers, y'all really can't hide. I mean, get it there. Salaki though. But just to keep expounding on that though, y'all little substance that y'all saving up could be used for the elect in that day. Scripture said, my servant shall eat, but he shall be hungry.
Just like that, have you ever seen that movie, The Road?
No, I don't like it.
I seen it. Yeah, that one scene where they get that, like there was some sort of like basement, like, yeah, it had like all types of camp food, even had like liquor and all that.
Yeah, that's gonna be good in that day. We roll up on
like the scriptures say, my servant shall drink and he shall be thirsty. So you never know. I mean, you hoarding, thinking you about to save yourself. I mean, I'm just throwing it out there. That's the Lord working mysterious ways. So yeah, quick precept. This is Galatians chapter 6 verse 16. And as many as walk according to this rule, peace be on them and mercy and upon the Israel of God. 16, upon Yahweh Shah like Israel, like our power. From henceforth let no man trouble me, for I bear in my body the mark of the Lord Yahweh Shah. And that's what it is. We got the spiritual mark of Yahweh Shah. So we gonna Lord willing, we be elect man, and hopefully that we gonna be all right. This is Isaiah chapter 65 verse 12. Therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter, because when I called, ye did not answer. When I spake, ye did not hear, but did evil before my eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not. Therefore thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. So, I'm gonna get verse 14 too.
And that's gonna be, that's physically and spiritually.
Because he said you shall not drink with a song in that day. Y'all ain't gonna drink and be joyful. Y'all gonna be drinking trying to mourn over the death of your loved one that just got put to death because you was being wicked. Verse 14 right quick. Behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. And I'm gonna stop right there on that, but that's just the beginning of sorrow. That's the beginning of Jacob's trouble. But you got that Matthew?
Hey, just to expound on that.
Matthew, on that because he said brothers ain't gonna y'all ain't gonna like our thing was Jake get through tough situations by like having songs and like music in them. This are if we hey, I got you. I already know you want to go to the topic. Just get that revelation that shall know it like a new song. You know it. I
don't know exactly
off the top.
that.
All right, well it's cool.
Something about the electron song with them song.
I can put it in my just real quick just to make a point.
Yeah, that's a good script though. Grab that.
I'm gonna just Google it real quick.
What you want? Oh yeah, I got.
Yeah, I want a 10 from the top, but I'm gonna let Ak bring his out right quick since you got 3 in there.
Oh yeah.
Speak for a minute. Speak for a minute. Somebody speak for a minute.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you talk about the new song.
Oh yeah. It's Revelations. Hey, Slaki, y'all.
No, you good, bro.
I ain't. It's Revelation 14:3.
All right, Revelation 14:3.
Yeah.
And they sung as it were a new song before the throne and before the 4 beasts. And the elders, and no man could learn that song but the 144,000,
Right.
which were redeemed from the earth.
Right.
And that's talking about like even like right now, like there's people like just passing like back and forth, and they have like no idea like what we're talking about. Like that guy when I went to the trash can the first time, and there was this guy like I used to work with, like he knows who I am, but we're here like every week. Like he's close enough to like hear a little bit of like what we're talking about.
Right.
And you think it would like strike some sort of like curiosity or something like that.
Right. Yeah.
All right, but he's just like going about like his own business.
Right.
All right, and even people that just like come up and we give them like a brief like rundown, and it goes like in one ear and out of the other.
Right. Yeah, because like the brother speaks the truth, because that's how Jake gets through tough times. Shit, how the hell you think we got through slavery?
Wow.
Shit, we sang. You know, we was humming, singing. Of course, y'all bashing our shop, but we always had we used to sing. Sweet Low, Sweet Chariot, come get me up out of here, basically. And if you don't know this the tough times approaching, if you don't know this song, if you don't know how to sing this song, put the headphones in your ear and sing these songs, man, you're not gonna make it through. Because that's how we get through.
Yeah, even when you watch videos of people like teaching on the highways and byways, when they're going through certain like topics or just like flowing with the spirit, it sounds like an actual like song is like being played.
Same thing with speaking in the holy tongue. When they roll up the tongue, it sounds like a song. But right quick, before I bring that out, this is Isaiah chapter 24, verse 9. It says, you know what? I'm gonna start at 8. It says, oh my goodness. I'm gonna start at 6. Therefore hath the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left. The wine mourneth, the vine languisheth, all the merry-hearted do sigh. The mirth of Tebret ceaseth, the noise of them that rejoice endeth, the joy of harp ceaseth. They shall not drink wine with a song. Strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it. The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up, that no man may come in. There is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. In the city is left desolation, and the gate is smitten with destruction. So that just letting you know that the signs of the time that's coming, ain't gonna be no more turn up this, turn up that, trying to be on the scene and shit. It's gonna be like trying to live off the land. Yeah, that's right. But get that for me, please.
Matthew chapter 10, verse 1. And when he called unto him his 12 disciples, he gave them power against the unclean spirits.
That's right.
To cast them out, and to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease. Now the names of the 12 apostles are these. The first, Simon, who is called Peter, and Andrew his brother.
It's a lot. Yeah, I just want to get past the name. Oh yeah, we're gonna be able to heal sicknesses. The times we coming in, we're gonna actually have control over. Well, Lord willing, the Lord give us that gift to exalt His name. People that's blind, people that's lamb from a birth who can't walk, see, hear, talk. We're gonna be able to put spiritual powers on them. I mean, look, to heal them with Yahweh Shah put spiritual powers to heal them.
Fast healing at that. It ain't gonna be no couple weeks. You know, it's gonna be instant. You know, the one script, like roughly paraphrasing, said, "He shall fall upon a sword and shall not be hurt." You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, we're gonna have those spiritual powers in that day. But yeah, he got it. He gonna start at 5.
Matthew chapter 10, verse 5. These 12 Yahweh shall send forth and commanded them, saying, Go not into the way of the Gentiles.
That's right.
And into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not.
Stop right there. He said, do not go into the way of the Gentiles. Right now, this is Memorial Day weekend, man. Right now, all Jake want to do is go to every single cookout that he accepted to, get a plate to take home, even though he ain't bring shit to the gathering, and then try to, you know, go smoke on it and then eat. You know, smoking, and then they gonna drink that wine with a song. You know what I'm saying? Keep going on that up.
But go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
That's right.
And as ye go, preach, saying, the kingdom of heaven is at hand.
The kingdom of heaven is at hand. As Romans 13:11. Get that out from one of y'all brothers get Romans 13:11 from me. Keep going up.
Heal the sick, cleanse the lepers, raise the dead, cast out devils. Freely ye have received, freely give.
That's right. And that's a cut towards you niggas that charge for the word, man. You know, he said freely ye have received and freely ye give, man. Okay, you got niggas trying to sell the Hebrews, the Negro books, all them different doctrines, and they false at that, man. That's what's fucked up, though. But it's more on there. Let me know when one of y'all got that right quick.
Romans 13:11. And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep.
That's right.
For now is our salvation nearer than when we believe.
You know why salvation is nearer than we believe? Because we got shit like this going on. I didn't get it on camera, but there was another faggot that just walked past not too long ago, like 5 minutes ago. So this place can't keep going on further and further. And you know, through the generations, as the scriptures say, the earth waxes old, it waxes worse and worse through each generation. Like this shit would have never stood back in when I was real young coming up and like hearing stories about, you know, your fathers and your uncles and all this shit that went on. Like that shit would have never stood back then. So I mean, generations wax worse and worse, and they do it through the music, through the media. I mean, Satan devices to deceive you.
But even like it's like in like the 40s and 50s, like if a man had like long hair, he'd get his ass kicked.
That too. So I mean, they out there. It's just if you still, if you want to call it an alpha male, the true men, man. But let me get back to the word.
Provide neither gold nor silver, nor brass in your purses, nor scrip for your journey,
Right.
neither 2 coats, neither shoes.
That's right. Matthew, is it? I forgot which chapter, but I think it's 6. Matthew 6. Now, you ain't got to get it, but I'm just talking about it. It goes to say like, it said, take no thought for which you shall wear, man. In that day, take no thought for which you shall eat. I think that's 6 and 24. But just going to say, man, in that day, you never know where it could go down at. You could be at work, away from all your little substance. You know what I'm saying? So it could go down when you least expect it. And you left with all you got is the clothes on your back. You might not even have your sword with you.
That's just like the disciples when they ran into Yahweh Shai, they couldn't just go to the house and get their shit and then be like, yeah, I'm gonna be right back.
Right.
No, you had to leave right there on the spot and follow me.
And you know, Esau had back in the day, and I learned this from so-called social studies back in school. They had what's called Minutemen, who was ready for war in a minute. I guess they was able to like pack down the powder, down the gun, and be ready at any given minute. But just saying in general, they ain't even gonna have that time, man. Because you gotta think about it too. when that shit go down, and I'm kind of jumping the gun to a degree, like skipping all the way to the end, not just martial law. But they say Babylon should be destroyed in 1 hour, man. So even and that's Jacob's trouble. But when all that shit going on, your heart racing and it's so much shit going, so much chaos. You probably never heard a gunshot in person. One little ass 380 is loud as hell. Picture big ass M16s and you got choppers, a whole bunch of helicopters. I mean, that shit'll fuck around and turn you deaf in that thing.
Tanks, you got 50 cows just rolling down the street. Like, they gonna shit on themselves.
A little ass 9mm is loud as hell. If it's close to you, man, to some people that's not trained, it'll pop your ear.